League is back, guys. How do I say it? I've been waiting for this league for... The World Cup has been nice, but damn, guys, the Premier League is back. Arsenal is winning the league. So, guys, Arsenal is winning the league. In our dreams.
I'm not a prophet, but we all know.
So, guys, we are going to introduce ourselves. I am Kelvin.
I am Emmanuel.
Leroy Jamurungu.
Danzuki.
As you can tell, these are the people who are going to come second in the Premier League title. And we are going to analyze the Boxing Day fixtures of this Premier League. And I think we'll take with the top 6 and the first Premier League fixture for the top 6. We are going to have Tottenham. Tottenham, I think, are going to be taking Brentford. I don't know if Tony is going to be playing, but guys, what are your thoughts? Is Tottenham going to beat this Brentford super team? Viri.
I think it's a very tight fixture. I'm not so sure whether Harry Kane will feature, but if he's fit enough and he has momentum and he's back from the World Cup, we expect that he should be gearing the Tottenham team to play. But I have a feeling that Brentford could win a 2-1.
Brentford are at home.
Because I mean Brentford have shown that they can pull a result. Tony has been on form, and these guys actually they can edge a team. And mark you me, I am not convinced with the way Tottenham has been playing so far. So me, I would say I think Brentford are likely to pull a result.
Joe.
Personally, the last time Brentford played in the Premier League, they won. Sadly, it was at the Etihad.
Oh yeah.
And they should have won by more. It's
been an excruciating month and plus dreading that defeat. So I'm back in Brentford to do the same. 3-0.
3-0 Brentford win.
Yes.
Okay.
The Hurricane team is not yet in form. Romero is just back and Leroy just from the final. So there'll be a sub keeper, I'm assuming, and the defense. I'm sure Pia kina what's this guy called? Defense.
We have Dyer. I think will be back.
Probably he'll be back, but how sure are you?
And
The Croatia guy,
Perisic.
Perisic. But they have this guy they bought, but they have not played him. Jed Spence. I don't know why contracts have
Look,
played him.
the only people who went to the World Cup for Brentford played for the Danish team and chapped at the group stage. And they're already back. Like the way Ilkay Gundogan is back with Kevin De Bruyne.
You had to include Man City somewhere.
It's in the blood. It's even in red. It's in the blood. So I'm going for a Brentford win. So I won't be surprised. Yes.
Okay.
3-0 maximum, minimum 2-0, but Tottenham will fire blanks.
Okay. Interesting. Dan.
Well, I think I'll oppose these two. I think Tottenham has what it takes to win that game. They have quality. They know now it's that season of the Premier League where you have to win these games. December season is always very critical on where you'll finish in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Tote might win maybe 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe in this contest system. This park the bus, do nothing and wait for Kane and so on. That thing is a joke.
It can't work.
It only works against Man City. The rest of the teams it does not work against.
They'll be outsparred by a Brentford.
By a Brentford team, yes. Exactly. Because Brentford are the kings of waiting for counters and pressing for second ball. So
we learned that at home.
You felt it.
Actually, even Chelsea, it was just the
4-1.
The goalkeeper performance
saved for us.
Yeah.
So Brentford, if they did a Chelsea, if they did a City
actually,
last season, if they made the Teta cry and make a scene, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. So I'm optimistic.
Okay, so I'm also expecting I expect Tottenham to score a 2-1 win because they don't have Leroy, they don't have Romero, they don't have Perisic. Probably Harry Kane is not going to feature much. Richarlison probably won't feature much. So they are very short-handed.
Son might come back, but Son has been out of form.
Exactly, but Kulusevski is back.
But he's out of form. He didn't even do anything in the World Cup, and pre-World Cup he was out everywhere.
I think
reminded me of Raheem Sterling in Man City. Moving on swiftly.
Yeah, I think before I go to the other fixture, there is a fixture that I want us to talk about. Leicester and this Newcastle super team. Newcastle are third in the league, guys. So I don't know. I'm expecting big things against Leicester. Though Leicester have been on the resurgence. I think they've won the last 3 or out of 5 or something. Yes. So yeah, I don't know. Dan, what do you think?
Easy win for Newcastle. I mean, I predicted that Newcastle will finish top 4. I'm really rooting for them to fight and finish top 4. And we don't know which team is being locked out of top 4.
Jemo, Newcastle or Leicester?
Now, I want you to read this.
The message says still early, but Newcastle should finish top 4.
Venyali reply.
Yeah, but
that was in October.
Oh, it was my.
I went further and said Newcastle inamaliza number 2. City champions, Newcastle runners up, and Arsenal third. And the reason I say this, najua kabla mnirukie na mnigang, Newcastle do not have any European commitments outside FA Cup, Carabao.
I think they're even out.
They're already in the quarterfinals.
Newcastle are not in Carabao.
Check it, please.
Carabao, there is only.
I know Man City, Manchester United,
maybe
Charlton and
but not Carabao.
I know the Saints and us.
Mm-hmm.
Charlton and Man
United.
Yeah.
Those are the 4 teams actually.
Yeah.
Then there are another 4 teams.
There are 4 teams.
Yeah, we're in the quarters.
No semis.
Okay.
I'll just check that. I'll check that.
I'm not so sure, but they could be there.
Quarterfinal. So yes.
Newcastle are there.
Newcastle and Leicester again for the quarterfinals.
Okay.
So yes.
Yeah.
I know this team. I know this team.
You're a fan.
I'll tell you this for a fact. When Mike Ashley bought the club in the year 2007 and they got relegated in the year 2008, that's when I joined Man City.
So you cannot forget that.
I have been a Newcastle fan since I started watching the Premier League. Glory days of Alan Shearer, through back to the Obafemi Martins, Mekolo combo until it all went south. And from there, Arab money was still Arab money. And I switched allegiance and no regrets ever since.
Arab money is Arab money.
It is what it is. So here's the good thing about Newcastle. They have a formidable first 11. They've only lost 1 game all season to Liverpool away to a 98th minute freak goal that wasn't even supposed to happen because the time was supposed to be at 96.
Exactly.
So that's the only game Newcastle have lost.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Newcastle made Arsenal not enter Champions League.
We are in this season, guys. Let's talk about this season.
They started from last season and they're going back strength to strength. And that formidable team only have to congregate to play once every week. And when you have players like Isak coming back from injury, Almiron is still performing fire. Saint Maximin is back.
Saint Maximin is going to play 3 games and go back to injury.
No. It was unfortunate. He was injured, but he's one of those players who are rarely injury prone. And they usually tackle, like Grealish. He's always tackled, but he doesn't get injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So they have this squad that can beat anyone on their day. And they only play once a week.
Okay. The reason I don't...
They'll finish second.
Newcastle have been playing well since the end of last season. But
Take it to the bank.
there is no way they're finishing second unless Man City somehow flops. But...
if it wasn't for Man City, they'd be champions.
Where is Arsenal?
Arsenal is third.
Okay, you want to tell me Newcastle have a better squad and better manager than Arsenal?
I'll tell you this. They have a better schedule than Arsenal. And that's
okay,
all that matters.
Let's stop this Newcastle Arsenal argument for a minute. Let's talk about Newcastle. Newcastle are a good team. I like the way they are playing, but I also think they will be found out because the reason they performed well at the end of last season and the start of this season, teams thought the Newcastle is the Newcastle of old, where they will pack the bus and then they will not hit you on the counter. But Newcastle have shown they are good. They know how to attack you. So what happens? Wait. Let me ask you. Yeah, they press, but they do not. They do not force to get.
They stopped sitting back.
I know. That's why I'm saying people thought they were the Newcastle of old, but that is not the Newcastle that is now. What happens when teams decide to sit back and not try and attack them? That is when we will see if Newcastle are really back, because no team has actually sat back on Newcastle. But now they are performing so well that teams will be like, maybe Newcastle is back. Let's not attack. Let's relax. If they relax, then that is when we'll be able to tell. That's why I'm saying, let's wait and see. If
I've already made my prediction. Now we wait and see.
Let's wait and see.
Next fixture.
Okay, for me, I would say. For me, I'd say this is a very tight fixture. the fact that I root for Newcastle. They have a better team, but because I have a feeling we're just beginning, so it could go into a draw or something. I have that's
Leicester.
Yeah,
I think Leicester are actually going to
because
they've been performing well since they started playing with a 4-2, I think 4-3-1.
And the only reason why if this guy called Madison is back and they have Madison
and Telemans and Didi
and Barnes
Amati.
and if these guys are back, they might give them a contest. It could end like a 1-1 or 2-2. Yeah, but otherwise Newcastle should be able to win.
Okay, I think Leicester will cause an upset. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win. A Vardy 92nd minute winner. Let's wait and see. I think it's going to be an interesting fixture, so I think that's a fixture that we should all be
Kelechi consolation.
Talking of upsets, there's only one team which will cause an upset, and I know we want to go to that game. West Ham is the only team that's got
Aston Villa
an upset.
and Emi Martinez squad inspired. So one by one.
Calm down.
Before we go to Arsenal,
it's Aston Villa and Liverpool. Let's first start with that one. I wish Martinez was back. I just wish Martinez was back for that game. Because this Liverpool, I think, okay, Liverpool are a brilliant team, but I think they're lacking confidence and they're not playing the Liverpool way. Their pressing this season has been lackluster. They're not pressing and suffocating teams. They're just running like heaviest chicken. Sorry to say. They have been on the team. But yeah, so and Aston Villa have this former Arsenal coach Unai Emery, and he's the guy who knows how to play the big games. He taught Manchester United a lesson. They thought
beautiful,
a very good lesson. So
prior, yes, I
exactly.
remember 3-1.
I think it was a 3-1.
Yes.
20 minutes they were done and they relaxed. So I think Liverpool and Nunes is lacking confidence. Jota is not yet back. Diaz has not played yet. I don't think he's going to be. Alisson is not going to be back. I'm not sure if he's going to be back. So yeah, they are a bit short-handed. So I expect an Aston Villa win. So any other person with opposing views, I know you have something to say. Talk.
Having been a victim of having to suffer and watch Liverpool play last night.
Oh yeah.
Watching their so-called goat called Nunes Darwin trying to score towards the corner flag instead the post. Then I remember this is the same Aston Villa team that actually beat this Liverpool 7-2.
No, but
There's no Jota. There's no
Diaz. Alisson.
There's no. I don't know what happened to Firmino because he never went for the World Cup. Van Dijk will play. I'm sure will play. If Ake played yesterday, Van Dijk if he's not injured, he'll play tomorrow. But I'm looking at where's Firmino.
Where's Firmino?
He never went to the World Cup.
I don't know. Maybe he's injured.
But he never played. So surprise. All I know is only Watkins is raring. All I know there's a Danny Ings. He has to reprove to Liverpool. Why did you sell me? I used to be. And then you. All I know there's a Matty Cash who has a Mbappe jersey and a
is it
Messi jersey.
Yeah, from the
inspired. So what is Salah? I rest my case. Aston Villa 4-0.
Wow. A whole 4-0. Okay, that's a bold.
I think we all
the Premier League is back.
I think we all dislike Liverpool, but
it's not about disliking. The Premier League is back.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Liverpool have the capability to score goals. They'll score goals. The only challenge in Liverpool is they're also conceding goals.
Yeah.
Their backline is not as strong as we used to be. So for me, they can get a narrow win or draw versus Aston Villa.
Okay. Did Aston Villa play in the Carabao Cup this week? No. Did Liverpool play on a Thursday night? Did they field their almost best 11?
But looking at that
lose?
Game, but do you understand that game?
Are they going away?
I think City were lucky.
No. Look at the chances you missed.
Look at the chances Liverpool missed.
I think the only chance you missed are like two. The Ake header where the goalkeeper saved and
the first loop. 20 seconds in, Haaland could have chipped over. We had so many chances. Gundogan save. Okay, that game will have won 6-5 or 6-4.
It's a bold statement. Calm down.
But you have to remember,
you are not
it was Kelleher against Ortega, so I don't know if Alisson will be back, but I doubt Alisson will be back.
I don't know. I think he might be back because Fabinho played.
All I know is Klopp is desperate, so
Klopp needs a win. Klopp needs to get this Liverpool team firing. But
all I see is
Unai Emery.
a packed up Aston Villa Stadium where Man City drew, where Manchester United lost, and you're still calling a Liverpool win. I rest my case. Funny. You are back.
Obiri, what do you have to say?
Me, what I would say is, I think it's a very tough match, to be honest, because based on they have this guy who takes a very good free kick. What is his name?
Who? Liverpool.
The French left back.
Lucas
Digne.
Yeah, Digne and also Douglas Luiz at some point. He takes very good corners, and you see. Liverpool do not look like they're going to pull a result.
They can't cope with the pace of Oli Watkins.
But me, what I'm thinking here, but I predict, I think Liverpool should win anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
They should win because
they'll
play. And the reason why I'm saying they'll win is because they will play for the pride. And even if they win with 1-0 or 2-0, I think they will win.
Liverpool have been the kings of upsets this season. They have been losing the games we expect them to win. There is no Unai Emery is losing his first big game since the World Cup. No way. Unai Emery lives for the big games. Unai Emery lives for the big games. We might agree. Yeah, so I expect a very scrappy 2-1 win from Aston Villa. They're going to defend. They're going to make Liverpool
it won't be scrappy. It will be comfortable.
I don't think it's going to be comfortable.
And speaking of Aston Villa, they had their plan approved to rebuild their stadium to make it now to 50,000. So what aingia ligi ya kina Etihad and the likes, kina
more money.
Emirates, and like kina Chelsea who still have 40 or those other teams.
The other teams.
Yes.
Liverpool not
40 something, but they're also trying to build it to 50, which is okay. Yeah, big up Aston Villa.
They're also changing the logo, so. That's an interesting,
We'll come and see it.
We'll see. Yeah, big things are waiting. The other big fixture that I know all of you can't wait to talk about is Arsenal battering West Ham. So, guys, how many goals do you think West Ham are going to lose by? Let's start with you. Who is willing to talk, to be bold? Don't lie to yourself. Who's willing to talk about the Premier League champions 2020?
I think for this one, I choose to finish. I'll choose to wrap, so someone else can.
Okay, me I'd say, basically, West Ham are a good side, but I have a feeling that Arsenal would get it through also. I'm voting for the big teams because I have a feeling they have a point to prove. Like Arsenal, Arteta and Arsenal have been a very good side in terms of how they play. Regardless of whether Jesus will play or not, I don't see them.
He'll need a miracle.
I don't see this Arsenal side flopping. So I think they should win, whether it's a 1-0 or 2-0 or 2-1.
There's no way I'm losing to West Ham. There's no way. There is just no way.
That's what I'm thinking. What do you think, Dan?
Me, I think this is the only game where we are going to see a surprise. I'm predicting a narrow win for West Ham. Probably maybe a 2-1.
Do you know Arsenal are at home? They have the best record at home. Let me just remind you that in case you have forgotten. Arsenal are at home. You have the best record at home.
Mm-hmm. This is Premier League and we all know what happens, especially during this
when you
December
have these
period.
records.
And you see, Arsenal have a point to prove. Arsenal are always on top of the table until December. Then from January, they go back to their default position.
Yeah, that's actually true. So, we'll see.
So, I'm predicting a 2-1 win for West Ham.
Hi! Guys, don't put your money on whatever they're saying. You will lose your money.
If you're betting on this game, work at GG. You're only certain. You're only sure bet. Arsenal. I look at them. I look at their strengths. I'm sure Ramsdale is gonna start.
Yeah, probably.
Arteta won't want any risks. If Foden made a cameo yesterday, I'm sure then the English squad are ready, which means Bukayo is gonna start alongside Martinelli, those quarterfinal exits. But these are the hammers. This is David Moyes with the back against the wall. This is David Moyes under pressure when he has to lose. And I look at this West Ham squad. I look at Lanzini, Argentine, who never won the World Cup, but now he has that pride of my country won the World Cup. You look at Jared Bowen. You look at Mikel Antonio, Arsenal's Achilles heel.
He does not even start for West Ham these days.
But he'll start against Arsenal. We know what he does against Arsenal.
Let's wait and see.
And I look at the Katbita is back.
Zuma.
Yes. Katbita.
Yeah, sure.
I look at that steal of
Grace and
Kelleher
Shishak
is back. And of course you can't forget your former goalkeeper.
Fabianski.
Of course. Good. West Ham greatest player in keeper. And I hate to say this, but 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw.
2-2 draw.
The
The Arsenal coming from behind.
Guys, the only thing I've agreed with that statement, you can get a GG because we might be short-handed, and so just put a GG. But hey, if you love your money, don't even risk putting a draw. Just put an Arsenal win. Easy money.
And Zinchenko to get an injury.
Zinchenko is actually injured, so Thierry is going to start.
Is he really fit?
He's not fit. We are going to have
he might be fit. He might have
but no, he's not. He's not going to start.
So probably
it's Thierry who's going to start. Tomiyasu is still not fit. So it's Martinelli and Thierry in that
Cotton
team.
with legs.
Yeah. Talk what you want. Let me tell you, guys.
Chelsea is play.
Let me first just put one statement. The last 5 games, West Ham has not beaten Arsenal. That is including a game in which West Ham were leading by 3-0 and Arsenal came back. That's all I have to say about that game.
Verify that.
Yes, you can verify that. In the last 5 games,
Arsenal
has not lost to West Ham. Has not lost to West Ham. The last game that we drew was a 3-3 and West Ham were leading by 3-0 and we made a comeback. That's all I have to say about that game. Let's go to the next one.
That means it's the first time for a victory. It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time.
Okay, you just say it's been a long time, whatever. At the end of the day, Man City has been a long time to win the league. Okay. The next game, Chelsea, Bournemouth. I think he's a win.
I think he's a win for Chelsea as well.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I think this is our chance to revive our season. It's been a very trying moment with a new coach who's trying new things, experimenting, because he probably doesn't know which side is his strongest. But I hope that he was watching the World Cup and now he knows
which players to
Sterling to start.
Of course, if he watched the World Cup, he will not pick Sterling.
Chelsea says someone who says Man City misses Sterling, but let's carry on.
Chelsea naanza upya.
Let me tell you, the Achilles heel of this Chelsea team with Graham Potter is one. Graham Potter changes a lot. And this changing thing does not work really well when you are a big side and then you are playing these small sides. Because it just needs one game and then it causes an upset. So I think the biggest key here is, how does Graham Potter go? If he decides to change a lot of things and try new things, very bad. And then I think the only thing that Chelsea can be happy with is Chelsea's best player is going to be back. Reece James. I think with Reece James, Chelsea are a different beast. So if he's not back, then
Kante is
always Kante these days. His days are done.
Okay, Kante is the best player, like over long term, but James is now the upcoming.
Havertz these days he's a man. He performs 2 games to show the coach and then the next
actually Kai Havertz is very good for Germany but not for Chelsea.
Even in Germany he was being benched for Thomas Muller and
but when he comes he makes the difference. You see, that's the thing.
So this is what I'll say about Chelsea in my opinion, and Graham Potter. I'll start with Graham Potter. if they give Graham Potter time, we are witnessing what is happening with Arsenal. It will happen with Chelsea.
How?
I don't know how. I used to follow Brighton because of Chris Hughton, because of his ties with the Newcastle. Imeisha. Former coach of Brighton alikuwa anaitwa a black guy called Chris Hughton. Yes. He's the one who brought Newcastle back to the Premier League and then got fired. I've seen what Graham Potter has done with Brighton. To the point that they can sell Cucurella for 60 million.
And still not look.
And they have a World Cup winner in the squad. Who, prior to this time, people, these are 23-year-old people are like, this guy looks like Messi, and Street De Gea, and Street someone else.
He plays like I don't know who.
Yeah. So, I followed also Graham when he beat Arsenal using Osterans. If you're an Arsenal fan, you'll remember that game. That's when I was like, there's a guy who was studying at university as a psychologist and a fitness guy, and now he's beaten Arsenal.
I think that win was the one which gave him the Brighton job.
And now he's coaching Chelsea, and if he's given that opportunity. I remember Pep Guardiola first season, scramble kumaliza number.
Yeah, I remember there was a time you lost it was to Newcastle, and then people were like, will Man City win the will Man City
even that one, that was when no when Pep won it. Pep's first season dealing with
the first season.
Zabaleta, when we were beaten 4-0 by Everton, when we
and then this guy who is now in La Liga, this guy who played only one season and then he said his daughter is sick. And the one who said his daughter is sick, he was a 9. Oh, what was his name?
Nolito.
Yeah, Nolito.
Nolito, yes.
Yeah, Nolito.
So it happens. So, Graham Potter is a good manager. Given time, he's going to do what Arteta is going. I remember Arteta in the beginning, everybody was like, Arteta out. I know right now you're like, Arteta is good.
Let me tell you, I was only Arteta out once when we were losing the I think September to December before we beat Chelsea. I was Arteta in and then I was like, there is no, you're a good coach and then you are losing. You are not able to win.
Unachapwa na Brighton, Newcastle, una lose top 4, Crystal Palace.
I do not have the last season I don't have a big issue with that because it's not the coach. Sometimes the players were just bad. The Everton game last season, the coach made them do a certain way and then they came back and did their own things.
So for my prediction, as we wrap it up, 1-1 Bournemouth Chelsea. And I say Bournemouth Chelsea because they have this new ownership coming in, the US consortium that purchased Bournemouth. And I hear that guy is a dictator, so he's like,
probably I'm looking.
You know. and the only reason Man City succeeded is because we also had a form of dictatorship model where we decided what the board says is best. No coach,
happens.
No coach or player is. That's why Yaya Toure had to apologize to the club. And Yaya Toure is a goat for Man City.
Thank you.
And with that, I rest my case. 1-1 Chelsea Bournemouth. Yeah. The Premier League is back. I know my results will seem shaky and weird, but come 28th. Yes, we'll review it.
I have to verify.
In fact, even though I'll be in Homa Bay when we're verifying these results, I'll join you online and
we're going to talk about that. I think we need to finish up with this team. I don't think we'll have a lot to say about this small team from Manchester.
7-0 7-0 done.
Small team from Manchester.
Oh, small team from Manchester.
That small team from Manchester.
The small team from Manchester. They are playing Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest. And Manchester are at home.
4-0 Manchester United.
Yeah, Manchester will win.
Are you guys serious?
Manchester will win.
Nottingham, they have nothing.
It's an away game.
It's an away game. Nottingham are going away. There is
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if you guys are...
Trust me, it pains me to say this, but a Rashford brace, probably Bruno will come off the bench. The cancer has been cut off. They're free.
They will be
I watched them beat Vincent Kompany's Burnley, and we're going to talk about Vincent Kompany's
Yeah, we need to talk about
at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Manchester United is back, and I remember when Pep said Manchester United is back. They've cut off the cancer. Unfortunately, it was Cristiano Ronaldo.
So, Obiri, what are your views?
4-0
Well,
United.
I think they have an upper hand, of course, to win. But I don't think it will be a big margin because of how Nottingham Forest played. And I think it could be that Manchester could be hidden in the forest.
Okay, we'll see.
Be.
Let's talk about the runners up for the 2022-2023.
Correction. Let's talk about the Ballon d'Or Team of the Year 2022.
Yeah.
See, if you look someone in official. Let's talk about them.
They're going to be playing Leeds
7-0
away.
I rest my case. I can show you what happened last season. 7-0
This
again.
is just a match, so
You remember the bromance they had with the Haaland? Paka, he was wishing Haaland to have a hamstring, but Haaland confirmed last night with a goal. Mash, come for you.
Let's done.
Yeah. Well, we'll win big. Probably 4-0. Yeah.
Sure.
We'll win big against
7.
Leicester.
Yeah.
Look at how we are
Leeds.
creating chances.
Yeah.
We have Haaland who just needs to have very minimal contact with the ball and it's a goal.
Okay.
KDB is back. KDB is magical. I mean,
Do you know there is this guy who has been causing upsets for people thought
I sure
7-0.
he'll play. I think he might not feature.
he might not feature.
Yeah,
Let them feature.
I'm
7-0.
not so sure. I'm not so sure, but he might not feature. I don't know.
And I'm being genuine, I'm being a Christian. Because in my head, with
You're being a Man City fan.
we had a friendly with Girona. And then we just had a friendly with Liverpool.
Wow. Liverpool fans, we need you in this show. There is no you can let this guy talk
but
about
no,
it.
I'm saying 4-0 because we are away. So if
But
you
that's
are
the beauty.
Etihad, probably
No.
6-1.
7-0, you don't care.
You guy. Did you see the Paka Sky Sports walichukua hiyo clip ya Haaland venye amemiss Premier League paka na Vamanikin na Kelvin.
Yeah, so
5 goals on Sunday for Haaland.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Ball.
For me, I think the way I saw Man City play is the night, and Liverpool were not a very good side.
Do you think Leeds will be a good side?
Yeah, so I'm using the same another. so in the same sense, Leeds might not be a very good side, but I don't see them Man City scoring as many goals, but they will win, of course. But I think they will win like a 4-2, 3-2,
They're not
3-1.
conceding.
It depends.
The defense is back.
It depends with how you.
Kyle Walker is back.
Will Kyle Walker play?
Of course he'll play.
Okay,
he might
Stones is the best.
Stones play.
Akanji is back. Laporte is back. Ake is back.
Well, but
The only thing is Diaz is
feeling,
injured.
I have a feeling that Leeds have a high risk appetite.
I love that.
So it means it does not matter how much you score against them.
They will still have to
find a goal.
And that's what I want. Because when they come trying to look for that goal.
I think City might lose. The reason I'm saying might lose. I think the reason I think they might lose. I think Haaland will have to score. I think Haaland will score. But the reason I think they will lose, the Liverpool game, yesterday's Liverpool game, they just considered immediately after scoring. You know, that showed that this team, they forget themselves in the defense. They're not as strong as the previous City teams on defense. So
trust me, this is the strongest defensive City team in all years.
Let's wait and see. I predict a 2-1 loss.
In terms of versatility and in terms of prowess.
Yeah. A 2-1 loss.
Let's
come back. A 2-1 loss.
Let's look at, before we cut off, let's just look at our defensive line and the positions they can play in. Because every defender in Man City can play 3 positions.
Laporte, which positions can he play in?
Left back, CDM, and CB.
Laporte can't play left back. But
He even captures Salah left back.
Okay,
Come on, bruv.
Let's continue.
Okay. Diaz, CDM, CB, right back. Stones, right back, CDM, CB. Akanji, right back, CDM, CB. Ake, CB, left back, CDM. In all, the whole defensive line of Man City can play CDM and CB. Including Kyle Walker.
Actually, right now, I am predicting that there might be an upset. You know why? Because you're so confident.
I love this.
Confidence brings disappointment.
But it's good. It's good. Everyone is entitled.
Yeah, sure.
That's why you're here. So just don't lose sleep over it.
Alright.
Guys, share your thoughts with us. Tell us, will Man City win? I know everybody's expecting a Man City win, but those who are expecting an upset, please, guys, talk to us. Tell us. And all the games, and tell us any other game that would like us predict. So that will be the first round of fixtures since after the World Cup. So, guys, comment below all you have to comment. See you next time. See ya, guys.